Stop. Why are you crying?
I actually want to cry because I'm realizing how much I'm fucking oversharing.
Every time I saw a guy, I'd be like, are you trying to fuck me? You want to know what my biggest fear is? I'll tell you what my biggest fear is right now. Woo, y'all came here for a makeup tutorial, not to be my fucking therapist.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a lot of y'all requested a in-depth makeup tutorial since I posted the Euphoria video, which understandable. Like, I went from being a solid 2 externally, 10 always on the inside, on the outside a 2 to a 10. Anyways, so I'm gonna show y'all an in-depth makeup tutorial, and if you don't do makeup, still watch this video. Like, I'm just gonna be chit-chatting, talking. I'm gonna go in with the Wishful Honey Balm Jelly Balm Moisturizer. Also, I'm gonna be linking all the products down in the description box below, so if y'all wanna go buy it, you can go buy it, you know what I mean? By the way, I know I post makeup tutorials quite often, but it's because like I have a bunch of different makeup looks. Like today, we're gonna be doing like a very caked face makeup looks with like a heavy eyeliner and eyelashes, but then I also have like this makeup look where it's like, oh, it's like a little bit more natural, but then we have like this makeup look where it's like, oh, that's literally a completely different bitch. Anyways, no wonder why everyone thinks that I Photoshop my Instagram pictures. It's because I shapeshift. I'm also just gonna be like spilling the tea and talking about my life in this video because I feel like I haven't sat down and done that in a while. I've been quite chaotic in my vlogs, which kind of gives me, I was gonna say it gives me anxiety, but we're not a self-diagnosing hoe on this channel, so it was just making me anxious. I'm going with some Eco Gel. This is for your hair. I use it in my hair, but I also use it in my eyebrows because like, save money, live better. Walmart sponsored me, what the heck? How I've been, no, y'all don't care how I've been liking New York. You really don't care. Like, I know that if I saw somebody talking and they were like, well, so I've been really liking it, I'd be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't care. I came for the tea. What is this? Like, y'all don't love me that much. Come on, let's be honest. You know what I mean? But if you like feel the need to like interject during this conversation that we're having and comment something down below, do it. Like, I want you to get this in your mind right now. Like, basically the vibe is that we're on FaceTime, and the thing is you can't verbally respond, you can only text. So just comment down below whatever you're thinking and I'll like your comment. Nothing new here. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna need caffeine for this video, but clearly I do not. I'm just like high off of like life. So basically today I went to the gym, and like I go to the gym maybe 3 times a week, but y'all know I had my gym boyfriends back in LA. Like, I went on a date with one of the trainers. Like, I used to go out to Korean barbecue with the trainers, and you know, we had like a little family going on, but I don't live in LA anymore. Also, I just put some gel through my eyebrows and just shaped them like this. I like brushed them up here, but then I swooped them down because I don't really like my brows super flicked up, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna let that dry. I went to the gym this morning and I have a dumb chalk. I'm then gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is like a travel size. I don't really know how good it actually is. I've been using it. I think it's good. I don't know. I'm just gonna... What was I saying? ADHD things. By the way, I'm going with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is like supposed to be foundation. I see bitches on TikTok use it as foundation, and then I tried it and I was like, Ms. Girl, like I have acne, I need a cover. Like, this is doing nothing except for making my skin glow, which is why I use it. Oh my god, there's so many cute guys at this gym. I don't know if you guys care about this or not, but like I don't have anyone else to talk to, so I'm gonna talk to you, okay? Y'all, like I came here for a fucking makeup tutorial, not like your fucking love life, which is non-existent. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade M2.5 and M4. I'm just gonna mix these two together. I haven't taken off my sweatpants in the gym yet because I want to take my sweatpants off in the gym once I have a fatty, so that they're like, oh my god, that's what she's been hiding this whole time. Because I've just been wearing sweatpants to the gym, which we love, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it creates a little bit of mystery, even though nothing about me is mystery, but like to me it's mystery because my whole life is online. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally telling you this right now, my whole entire life story. But my ass is a mystery. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a foundation brush. These are from Real Techniques, by the way, super affordable. And I'm just gonna go in and tap this into my skin. But there's just so many cute trainers and it just like makes my day, you know what I mean? I know y'all are like, this foundation doesn't match you, but remember, we're using the Sally Hansen tan thing. I'm gonna tan my neck and stuff after. But it's like, since I don't have social interaction from like friends or going out, like the social interaction that I get from my doorman and the gym is like enough for me, you know what I mean? She really said bare minimum. Wow, this really does not match me, but just wait, give me a sec. Also, the fact that a lot of people subscribe for my Euphoria video because I literally took a shit in my own fucking video. Like, I shit my pants, like I farted on camera, and y'all were like, oh my god, like I subscribed when you farted. I was like, y'all nasty. I know y'all are shitting on me right now for this foundation match, but just, this is what I've been using, okay? I just have to tan my neck. All right, then I'm gonna go with the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Yellow. Yes, yellow, because it brightens. Like, I never used to do this until recently. And you can see in these pictures here that my eyes are so like brightened. No face tune in these pictures, by the way, but my under eyes are so brightened. It's because of this. You basically just use yellow concealer where you wanna brighten your face, or just like where you're gonna put your regular concealer anyways. But this is just a little base. Also, if you didn't notice, I didn't really directly put foundation under my eyes because I don't want that to cake up. Because we're already gonna do 2 layers of concealer. Like, we don't need a foundation layer under it, you know? Oh, story time. Okay, so I literally booked an entire trip, like a solo trip. I was gonna go backpacking at the end of March, right? I booked the entire trip. I was so excited. And then I was like, oh, okay, so I should probably find my passport just to make sure. And then I realized that I think that I dropped my passport somewhere, or like it fell out of my pocket. Why did I just have my passport in my pocket? I don't know. I looked through every single box in my entire apartment, and it's like, I just moved here. Like, there's not a lot of shit, you know what I mean? And I could not find it. So I've just come to the realization that it's lost. Now, that's kind of an issue because like I am Canadian and I'm in the US right now, but whatever, we don't plan on going home anytime soon. But then I really thought about the issue, and then I was like, oh, okay, so I had water damage to my passport like 3 years ago, and then they had to replace it. And if you get your passport replaced 2 times in the span of a decade, which is 10 years, then they might not even renew you a new passport. And I was like, that's the issue. Then I also realized that I cannot leave New York unless like I road trip somewhere. Like, I cannot get on a plane. Now, I know some of y'all be like, Mai, just use your ID. First of all, I don't even know where my fucking driver's license is. I got my driver's license. But you can't use Canadian identification to fly through the US, like you need your passport. And I was like, okay. So I was really stressed out, right? And I could not function. I literally laid on my couch and like wanted to die, which, bitch, you're so dramatic. But then I really thought about it, and I was like, okay, first of all, Mai, take your own advice. So then I started telling myself things, and I was like, you know what? The reason why I have this issue right now is because I'm a privileged little bitch that can afford to travel. So girl, stop. This issue isn't an issue until the future, and you're stressed about the future of you, 1, being kicked out of the US, 2, never being able to leave the US, 3, not being issued a passport ever again. Which, like, those are pretty big issues, right? But then I really thought about it, and I was like, oh my God, these are issues for the future. Right now, in this present moment, me being stressed out and not getting any work done is gonna do nothing for me. And it's just gonna make me unproductive, lazy, and really sad. So then I was like, you know what? In this present moment, I can't do anything about it. This is gonna be an issue for me in the future to deal with. But me being stressed out about it right now and thinking about what's gonna happen in the future is not gonna do any good for me. So then I got off my ass, went on a walk, and I felt so much better. Anyways, I'm using the Revlon Color Skin Awaken concealer. This is like my favorite concealer right now. I switched between this and the Maybelline Fit Me. I know it looks really white, but just, yeah, it is really white. But we always can fix it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm never stressed because I'm like, you know what? We can always fix it. Why am I putting it here, you may ask? It's because what happens is the light hits your jaw and you're like, oh my God, Bella Hadid, is that you? Okay, then I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Pound Cake powder, and then I'm just gonna lightly press this under my eyes. Not necessarily bake, just kind of press it in. And then also my smile lines. I'm going to take the Revlon Color Skin Awaken again, but just in a darker shade. And then just like a stippling brush, literally any brush works. You don't have to do this, I just like this. Again, this is a very cake face tutorial. Feel free to take away a couple steps. So I take it, and then I literally just tap this into my skin where contour should be. Tap, tap, tap. I don't drag or anything because that'll take away my foundation. After I do that light stippling, then I take my beauty blender and I go in. Oh, what's another juicy story time that I have to tell you? This isn't a juicy story time. It's more like just personally about my whole entire life. So I literally don't talk to boys. Are we surprised? Not really. Y'all are like, Mai, we already know this. Like, we can tell by the way you literally never shut the fuck up about how hot people are. But it's like, I don't talk to boys, so I just admire them. You know what I mean? Like, I see you from afar and I'm like, wow, you are so attractive, but I would never make a move. Now, me like 6 months ago is not the same bitch that I am now. And clearly y'all see this, but like in so many ways I've changed. And one of them is the fact that I literally don't talk to boys anymore. Now, I don't know if this is a positive or negative, but in my head, it's a positive, okay? In my head, it's a positive because it's a choice. You're probably like thinking, you just don't get action. Like, come on, just admit it. Like, you don't have to like try to make an excuse on why you don't talk to boys. No, but like for real. I made a pact with myself. I've never talked about this. Like, woo, y'all came here for a makeup tutorial, not to be my fucking therapist. Like, let's go. But I mean, while you're here, might as well listen, you know? Right? Feel free to share your thoughts down below so that I don't feel like I'm the only girl in the world. What am I doing? Oh, okay. So I just did all of that. Then I'm gonna take like a little, no, I'm gonna take a puff. You can take any puff. This is the Givenchy. And I'm just gonna take the Huda Beauty and just tap this in and just lightly tap my entire face. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna get into the story. I'm not gonna leave you on a cliffhanger. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury palette and I'm just gonna go. You do not need a high-end palette, by the way. Just tap in lightly where the hollow of my cheek naturally would be, but I don't drag it. Do you see how tapping doesn't remove any of the base that we put on? If you just lightly tap it in, literally just go like this, because I feel like with brushes we're so used to like going like this, which I literally used to do a month ago, but if you just tap, it looks beautiful. And don't bring it in too much, you know what I mean? Like it's just so it should be like a natural hollow. Anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this. I literally haven't even oh my god, I feel like so gross saying this because I know that I literally am gonna seem like the most lame fuck ever, but I think I'm cool. I think I'm cool, so I don't actually care, so that's why I'm telling you. But oh my god, we love a self-confident queen. I haven't kissed a boy since I haven't kissed a boy in almost half a year. Now I know some of y'all in the comments would be like, I haven't kissed a boy for 17 years. Okay, we get it. It's not a fucking competition, okay? But it's the fact that like I told myself, no boys, no more boys, because I genuinely love my job. I love YouTube. I'm so passionate about creating content and all this stuff, but I just feel like I can't do it when my brain is fogged up with a fucking boy in my head. And it's like, bitch, you're too young to be stressed out about if you're gonna settle down with this fucking, I don't know, like teenage boy, you know what I mean? Like, why is he your fucking issue right now? Like, why? Stop. Why are you crying? Like, why are you crying every single fucking night? And then after I had this epiphany, I was like, I can't be just me. I mean, no, I think that people can definitely have a balance, but I'm not the type of person to be able to like do a little balance. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just too hard on myself, but whatever. This one thing has been very beneficial for me. Anyway, so I told myself in September, I was like, ew, this is literally like a therapy session. Y'all, if you made it this far, at least fucking subscribe. Like, I'm not telling you all this tea for you to just click out of this video later and then forget about me. Like, please, like, please. Anyways, not me actually about to cry because I'm realizing how much I'm fucking oversharing, but like at this point, I do not give a fuck. I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer. Like, you can go hard with bronzer because it's not such a cool tone, so don't be too careful with it. I feel like makeup looks better when you're more bronzed. I just feel like when you have more life in you, you look a little bit more alive. Okay, what was I saying? I literally don't even know where this story's going. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna take this like angled brush, by the way, and take a little bit of bronzer and start where my eyebrow is, like right up here. Do you see this? Right up here. And then I'm just gonna lightly drag this down. Yeah, no, so basically I had this like whole boy fling. I kind of told you guys about it back last year, and like nothing went wrong or anything like that. Like everything's fine and dandy. I just like really was in my feels for a minute, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like great, I love being in my feels. Like it's a great feeling. Like I love like feelings are great, but at the same time it just like took over, and I personally just cannot control my feelings for some goddamn reason. Like I'm either tough as fuck or I'm just the softest fucking little baby, and in that moment I was the softest little baby and I was crying every single day, and I was like, oh Ms. Girl, like this is not good for you, you know what I mean? Like take control over your own emotions. Like nobody else can control you. And then I really started thinking about it deeply, and I was like, wow, like I really need to learn to like just, because obviously like I've not always been a confident person, but last year I was still a very confident person, you know what I mean? Very sure of myself. Like I like myself, and that sounds so fucking cocky, but I do like myself. Like I think I'm a cool person, like, but it's not like in a way where it's like I like myself because the external things about me, like my physical appearance. It's like more like I like myself because I think that I have cool hobbies. I think that I am a kind person. I think that this and I think that like you know what I mean? Like I like the qualities about me, not like this. And also like I've talked about it before. I mean, I can make a whole video about like how to be confident. It's like finding things within yourself that you think is cool that nobody else can rip away from you. And it's like not like you can wake up tomorrow and then be automatically, let's say something you value yourself in is being, wow, this conversation's going everywhere. Let's say something you value yourself in is being a kind person. You can't wake up tomorrow and then automatically just become not a kind person anymore. You know what I mean? Like that sticks with you. But if you value yourself in having nice tits, the minute that you fucking lose weight or whatever and your tits are gone, your confidence is gone. You know what I mean? Like that's a bad example, but like when you rely on the physical things, it's just kind of hard to stay confident. Anyways, so I just like noticed myself while I was talking to somebody, like giving them control over my happiness, and it's not their fault or anything, it's my fault. Like
It's like, you thought you were so sure of yourself, clearly not, because you were letting this person control you. And then I also realized that I had hella abandonment issues, which, like, not surprised, but that's not even the topic of conversation. But I realized I had a lot of things that I had to fix about myself. So I decided to just basically take a stance and be like, you know what, I am going to just work on myself, focus on myself, and instead of building relationships with guys specifically, because it's like, you know, with girls it's like friends, but with guys you're just always like, you're like, oh my god, do they like me, and blah 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 blah, and it's like you're always thinking about the next thing. I don't know about you, but like that was me, okay? By the way, I'm just like going in with the powder again and just lightly baking the areas that I want to lighten, so like the jawline and stuff like that. So I'm so glad that I have people surrounding me that I look up to, and I have 2 friends that I look up to, and I'm like, wow, what I admire about you guys is that you guys are just kind to literally every person you meet. And why is it always that guys are like in love with you? And like, it's not like they entertain it, or like it's not like they're super flirtatious, it's just like guys are in love with them. And I'd be like, oh my god, wow, that is so cool how like guys can always come to them and like talk to them and be open about their feelings. And it's just like, I really admired that about them, and I was like, I want to be that person. It wasn't like I wanted to be that person because I wanted guys to love me. It's more like, in a way, I saw it as, wow, you are just a lovable person all around. And I was not. Every time I saw a guy, I'd be like, are you trying to fuck me? So I took a step back and I literally was like, no, I'm just gonna become a lovable person overall. I'm just gonna try to become a person that's filled with love and that is a kind person to every single person. And once I started doing that, and once I like told myself that I can have no interest in guys for 1 year, I was like, I need to sneeze. I'm just becoming a better person overall. We have no interest in boys. As much as I can say that my doormat's hot or whatever the fuck we're talking about guys, like, I'm not gonna do anything about it, you know what I mean? It's just like a look and observe, and whatever, you're fine. Anyways, so that's been going on. That's what my life is. All right, I'm gonna go with some blush. This is the Cover FX Mojave Mauve, by the way. Tap this into my skin, and I know I look fucking like a Neapolitan ice cream right now, but just, can you trust the process? I'm gonna take a fluffy brush with a little excess powder that was already on it and just kind of blend this together lightly. I'm gonna go with the Patrick Ta She's Thirsty Major Glow Mist, just to give me some life again. Now I'm gonna take an eyelash curler and curl my lashes. Then I'm gonna go with the Maybelline Sky High mascara, but in waterproof. I don't know why, but mascaras that aren't waterproof don't work for me. And then after that, I'm gonna layer it with the L'Oreal Telescopic. These are really old and dried out, like literally over a year old. I'm just holding on to them, but they're really good. I just think that doing things alone is super cool, and I have the rest of my life to figure out who I want to marry. And why do I want to figure that out right now? If you have a boo right now and you're 19 or however old you are and you're content, then that is great. But I think I'm more speaking on if you don't have one and you're worried and you're like, oh my god, but like I really like them and blah blah blah. Like, girl, I mean, I'm gonna tell myself this so that I can watch this video back and take my own advice, but you may think that they're the coolest person ever, but also realize that there's how many other people on this freaking planet. Like, stop putting them on a goddamn pedestal. The more you put them on a pedestal, the more they're gonna run away from you. Like, chill the fuck out. But also at the same time, it's like I kind of want to start, like, I think I had enough time to just like be alone and by myself. By the way, look how good this mascara is. I had enough time to be alone and by myself and just like really focus on me, that I think I'm kind of ready to go out and I don't even know, like maybe talk to people again. I don't want to use the word date, but yeah, talk to people again, because it's like the more people that you I'm sorry, my makeup looks so bad on camera right now. Can you please trust the process? The more people you talk to, the more you can figure out what you like and what you don't like. And as much as you can say that this other person in the past, whatever, was perfect for you, or they had all these good traits, and you're like, you know what, I do know what I want, you clearly fucking don't. Well, no, it's not you clearly don't, but I saw this example and it's like, okay, so let's say that you know that you like chocolate ice cream, okay? And you're like, like chocolate ice cream is so freaking good. Like, that's the one ice cream I always get. I don't want to try anything else because I know that I really like this chocolate ice cream. Like, I love it. And like, that's great that you love this chocolate ice cream, all right? But then you have this other girl, okay? She's tried bubblegum, she's tried vanilla, she's tried strawberry, she's tried chocolate chip mint or whatever the fuck, she's tried Rocky Road, she's tried everything. But then she eats the chocolate ice cream and she's like, wow, I really like this chocolate ice cream. And I know that I really like this chocolate ice cream because I tried 20 other ice creams and they're great and all, but I know that I really like this chocolate ice cream, okay? So like, when she gets that chocolate ice cream, she knows for sure that that's her favorite because she's tried everything else. So I'm gonna try to be the bitch that tries all the ice creams. Now, I'm not trying to say like, tries all the ice creams. What am I doing? I'm not trying to mean it like in that way where I'm gonna try all the ice creams, but it means like talk to different people, figure out what you like, you know what I mean? So,
hey yo, and if you want to actually try all the ice creams, you go right ahead. I just haven't kissed a boy in like half a year. Like, are we gonna just go from that to like trying all the ice creams? Like, ew.
I think that I'm going to be that bitch again, get myself out there a little more. Anyways, eyeliner time. Basically, I take it, and my eyeliner looks different every day. It really just, I'm not super careful with it. I start with the bottom of my eye. I draw a line kind of up and outwards. Then I take it and I don't touch the end of it. I kind of just touch a little bit more coming inwards because you don't want to like ruin the sharpness, you know what I mean? By the way, this is the Patrick Ta eyeliner. I've tried drugstore ones, but I just feel like they run out so fast. I take it and I connect it inwards like that. Do you see? Then I kind of close my eye and I literally take my eyeliner like this so that the sharp end is pointed inwards. And I go halfway at my eyeball and I will draw a line like that. Okay, you see how this is kind of curved right now? If I wanted to do it like how I did it in the Euphoria video, I would then take it here, and do you see how my natural crease is right here? I don't want to obviously go over that, but I want to straighten it. So I will then connect it so that it kind of looks like it's a straight line going outwards. Hold on. It's a lot of closing your eyes and experimenting, I would say. You really have to just see what works with your eye shape, but yeah. That's what I just did. There's two different types of lashes that I use. They're either the Kiss Pompadours or the Kiss 11s. They're both cat eye, so they're gonna make your eye look upturned. But the Kiss 11s, these are the Kiss 11s right here. You can see they're a little bit more sparse than the Pompadours, but if you want more dramaticness, I would go with the Pompadours. If you wanna go something natural, I would go for the Kiss 11s, but I love having both. Today, we're gonna use the Kiss Pompadours. In the Euphoria video, I used the Kiss 11s, but we're gonna use this. I look so caked up and dead right now because my eyebrows aren't filled in and my lips also aren't filled in. Trust them with the process, not me getting insecure over no reason. So I take it with tweezers and I take my eyelash curler, and the reason why I curl them is because I just feel like it adds more oomph to them. So I take it from the band and I'll curl, and I'll do about like 3 of these. So I'll curl it right at the band and then curl it down lower at the lash. By the way, I just cut off 2 strips. Like you can see on the lash they have little points on them, and I cut off 2 points. Look at your lash, you can be able to tell. You can do however much amount you want. I just feel like when it's too long, it doesn't give the cat eye effect. And then I'm just gonna take some lash glue. I kind of just take whatever random lash glue that I have. This is just like one that I got in an Asian store. Put it on, and I put a little bit more on the end of it, like the inner corner, because I don't know why, but mine tends to always fall off. So I'm gonna angle you up a little bit. Take the lash, put some tweezers on. Yes, use tweezers. I can do it without tweezers, but tweezers make it so accurate. Take it in the middle. So basically what you're gonna do is put a mirror underneath your eye because you wanna be able to make it as close to your lash line as possible. You wanna make sure the lash glue is tacked up a little bit, so make sure you let it dry for, I don't know, I was talking for like a minute. You can do 30 seconds. A minute's a little much. Then you wanna place it kind of at the middle of your eye, like this, right? And from there, you can move it to wherever you want. So then I go to the end of my eyelash and I place it just a little bit above my lid, just like a little bit above my eye. I mean, you don't wanna pull it so far down that the lash goes under your wing. You kind of ideally wanna line it up, if that makes sense. Then I do the inner corner last, and then I try to get this as close to my lash line as possible. Like I literally put this like basically in my fucking lash, okay? And then I really make sure to hold this one in because for some reason it just always wants to fucking fall off. Then I'll take my finger and press it down and in. Now if you press this downwards so that the lash is more going outwards instead of up, it creates even more of an effect of a cat eye because it doesn't make the inside of your eye go upwards. It kind of just like is like a natural slope, if that makes sense. This is what I mean when I say that the liner doesn't matter because you can't even see it anymore, you know? It's just kind of like a base to make your eye look longer. Period. Okay, I switched to my bathroom because I was getting very insecure about the way my makeup was looking. Yes, a bit gets insecure. Now let's do my eyebrows. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pen. My friend put me on this, and honestly, I can use any brow product and make it work, but this is just what I've been using lately. I like to fill in this spot because I don't know why, I just like my brows to be not so arched. Fun fact, I got my eyebrows microbladed 3 times when I was 14, microbladed and tattooed. I've tried both. So if you think that I'm a naturally pretty bitch, wrong. You're gonna die anyway, so might as well be an IMVU character and like change whatever you want, you know what I mean? But also love yourself, because I have a nose job too, but it's like not like I'm like, I don't know, I thought I was a hot bitch regardless. Sorry, if this is the first video you're watching of me, or like you just getting to know me, you're probably like, wow, this bitch is so cocky, but no, it's like more in a way where it's like, I'm delusional. I'm just delusional. The moment that I figured out that you can trick your brain and your thoughts control your feelings, I ended up being delusional. Anyways, so yeah, I just kind of go in and draw some strokes. I think this is in the shade medium brown. Now, I like the front of my brow to be a little bit longer than it naturally is. Everything comes naturally. But yeah, that's how the brow looks. Oh my god, I love it. And the thing is, I shapeshift by doing different things with my brows. If I want to look more cute and innocent, I won't use a dark shade. I'll use a very light shade, and I'll barely fill in my brows and make them straighter, and I'll conceal. But you can really shapeshift your face by changing your eyelashes, your eyeliner, and your eyebrows. Like, that can change your face. Like, I go through different phases with my makeup, and this is just the phase that I'm in right now, so expect me to look like a whole different bitch in a month. month, but I'm gonna continue it with this brow. Also, I don't care if my brows are even or not, but I know that they're uneven because I'll take pictures and be like, oh my fucking god, bitch, you look like 2 different bitches from different side profiles. But who cares? It adds a little bit of spunk, you know what I mean? Like a little quirkiness. All right, now I look absolutely insane. I'll take a brush with a little bit of concealer and I'll just carve them out. Soften the arch. And then here, just soften the arch. Right now, I don't look as angry. Then I go in and just soften this so that it doesn't look like it like curves downward so much. All right, this is the finale. This is when everything gets pulled together, okay? Because right now I basically look muddy, I look dry, I just look gross. This is what pulls everything together. We take a beauty blender. We take some of this glow. This is if your face is dry, by the way. If you're oily, you don't need this, but right now in New York, it's dry, so I need this. I take this Charlotte Tilbury Glow, put it on my beauty blender, right? Tap this into my beauty blender. We go all over the face, so that the face has a nice little glow to it, okay? Because the powder that we've been using has been probably drying up our face, but the powder that we've been using has also been carving out our face and making sure our makeup stays in place. So we love her. But at the same time, like, we just look lifeless, you know? Then we go in with the wet shit and just wet our entire face, right? We're getting some flavor back. Let that set in. We take a beauty blender. We take our pound cake powder. More powder? Yeah. I know I was just talking about how my face is dead, but I'm sorry, but we need it for the jaw. I feel like this just makes my face look extra snatched when right here is lightened properly and like there's a definition from here to here. It's like, wow. You don't want to know what my biggest fear is? I'll tell you what my biggest fear is right now. It used to be heights, okay? I used to have a crippling fear of heights, but then I realized that it's all in my head. And I used to have a fear of needles, and then I got vaccinated and I was like, it's literally not bad, because I had a fear of needles as a kid. Then this year I got vaccinated for COVID, and then I was like, wait, you're literally a wussy. Like, why were you so scared? And then I got my blood drawn, and then I realized I wasn't afraid anymore. It was literally just all in my head. But then I developed a new fear. You want to know what that fear is? I'll tell you. That fear is dying and not being my full self. We literally only have one fucking life. Oh wow, I'm getting real deep. We literally only have one life on earth. We're not even getting to the spiritual things, but we only have one life on this earth. That my biggest fear is dying and trying to hide who I am as a person. That is so exhausting. Being yourself is the easiest thing that you can do. And obviously, you know, there's things such as fucking bullies and people judging you. But at the end of the day, like, if you're just yourself and you're happy doing the shit that you do, you're happy saying the stuff that you say, you're happy just expressing yourself, well then what more do you need? I don't know. Obviously, like food and shit to survive. But yeah, my biggest fear is just not being myself and just dying a completely different person than I actually am. And I think lately I've been just embracing who the fuck I am, and I've been real weird lately on YouTube, and it gives me anxiety. Like, that's what no, not anxiety. It makes me anxious whenever I post a video, because I'm being more and more of myself, and like I'm opening myself up to more judgment because I'm being weird. But at the end of the day, like, I'm happy, and like that's who I naturally am. So if y'all don't like me, then y'all don't like me. Like, everyone fucking takes a shart sometimes. I don't know. I just stopped trying to be a cool ass bitch that don't give a fuck, because I feel like it's so like talked about on social media to be like nonchalant and like not have feelings and like be the cool girl. But I don't want to be the fucking cool girl. I want to be the girl that is herself, you know? Because I used to be so scared and be like, oh my god, but like a guy's gonna watch this. Like, who gives a fuck? Anyways, you tell the makeup is slowly coming together right now. This final bake is really what it is. I have to do my lips and also put my contacts in, but I have something to say. By the way, these contacts are, it's called Matcha Latte. I don't have the boxes for them anymore, but I bought them at this place if you live in New York. It's called MeQ. You could probably just search up matcha latte. Oh my god, I literally need to piss so bad that my nipples just got hard. Y'all ever feel that way? I either wear glasses or contacts every single day, and if I'm gonna wear contacts, might as well wear color contacts. You can barely even tell the difference, but I'll insert a picture of how they look like with flash on. I think it just like adds a little bit of slightest difference. Anyways, I have so many stories. Whoa, I just realized I have 2 things to say. First of all, this guy that I used to talk to and then I ghosted, which yes, I know I'm a bad person, but I'm working on it. But like, I ghosted him when I was a bad person. And then he just texted me again literally like 2 minutes ago, and he was like, hi, Maya, I'm gonna take the hint. I just like wish that, whoa, if you watch this, I'm so sorry. But I was just like, I'm really trying to be a good person right now, but I do not want to go back to my past and fix things. Like, I forgive you and all, but I just really do not want to open this text. Like, am I a bad person? Anyways, so he just texted me that, all that stuff, and I haven't opened the message yet because it actually makes me so anxious to even think about it, because it was literally like 6, 7, 8 months ago was the last time we talked. Am I a bad person? Anyways, I'm not that person anymore. Please don't unsubscribe from that. I'm just being honest. But yeah, it's been a long time, and I just got that text, and I'm really like, oh god, fuck, like, yeah, am I gonna have to answer? Like,
Anyways, what else was I gonna say? Oh, as y'all know, I did a lot of shit when I was younger. I also got kicked out when I was younger, but I also like traveled the world when I was younger and did some crazy ass shit. And the day that like I catch my bag and I'm not worried about being demonetized, I'm gonna tell y'all all the stories about how insane that I used to be as a child. I'm still a child, I'm 19, but like I've calmed down, you know what I mean? Like I was in a fucked up part of my life for a couple years. It was like obviously fun, exhilarating, and exciting, but the amount of stuff that I did without my parents knowing and just alone was insane. If y'all wanted to come sooner, make sure to subscribe and don't skip the ads. I don't know. The day that I am just fully free and just talk about whatever I want, I'm gonna create a podcast and I'm gonna tell y'all everything that fucking happened in my life. Like, cause everyone be asking like, oh my god, Mai, why did you move out at such a young age? Like, why did you get kicked out? I'm just like, y'all just fucking wait. You just wait. Anyway, Charlotte Tilbury lip liner and Pillow Talk, of course. Iconic Nude is also very good. When you overline your lips, you want to make sure you don't overline the edges, like the inner corners. Just overline everything, but make sure your edges always connect together to where they actually are. Okay, sometimes I do lipstick, sometimes I don't. Today I decided that I will. I'm first gonna use the Laneige sleeping mask though on my lips. Then I'm gonna take the MAC lipstick in Teddy 2.0. It's the Powder Kiss lipstick. Then I'm gonna go with the BBX Ellie lip gloss. All right, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done caking our face. Then taking the brush, oh my god, and we're just gonna lightly dust off all this powder that I put on my face. Finishing touches, I'm going with the Makeup Revolution highlighter. This is in the shade Highlighter Reloaded and Raise the Bar. Sorry, I'm feeling myself right now, but it's just because I have like a caked face right now. But also, you should feel yourself too. If you are feeling like shit about yourself right now and you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, oh my god, I'm ugly, trust me, been there, done that. You can ask my best friend of 11 years. I literally, she grew up, or 12 years, she grew up with me and she would come over and I would literally stare at myself in the mirror and start crying. I didn't remember this until she told me and I was like, and she was like, yeah, Ma, you would literally do this every day, is just cry in the mirror. And I was like, oh my god, the trauma made me forget. Like I literally used to cry because I thought I was so ugly. So now you're probably like, bitch, like, no, you're lying because I did a whole 180 and now I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I think I look cute. Finding confidence in internal things about yourself and instead of external makes you feel so confident on the outside and the inside. Like when you feel confident about yourself on the inside, it reflects on the outside because I don't know how to explain it. I can make a whole video on how to be confident because like once you think that you have a lot of cool things about yourself, like a lot of cool hobbies, a lot of cool interests, you start thinking, wow, I'm a cool bitch. You have qualities about you that some people are yearning for. Let's say you're a loyal person. Some bitches can't be loyal and some bitches watching this can't be loyal. Like we know, like you know deep inside who you are. But some bitches are super loyal. That is a quality that you have. You know what I mean? And nobody else has. Be confident in that. You know, you could be really affectionate. And some people like me, barf. But that's a very good quality that you have that some people like me wish that I could have. You know what I mean? Like it's that shit that you don't even think about. Anyways, let me fix my hair and everything and then I'll show y'all the final result. This is the final look. I told y'all to trust the process. Anyways, what do we think? What do we think? I think it looks bomb. I don't know about you, but I think this looks bomb. Sheesh. I'll link all the products down below. Let me know if y'all like being my therapist, because if you do, then I'll talk a little bit more about my life problems. Well, they're not problems, just like what goes inside of my brain. Because if you enjoy it, then like I'll keep doing it. But if you don't enjoy it, like let me know and I'll stop. Like I won't be mad. But yeah, that's it for today's makeup tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to subscribe because I did not just air out my entire life online for you to not subscribe. Honestly, if you don't, it's my fault anyways. Like I shouldn't have aired my life online, but I ended up doing it anyways. I will see you guys in the next video, and bye. I love you.